Right, where will you have it?
I don't really want anything.
You've got to eat, love.
I'm not hungry.
You will be when you see what I brought for you.
What is it?
Well, what does it look like?
It's smoked salmon.
Now, you don't get that every day of the week, do you?
But we can't afford it.
Don't you worry about that. Look, just taste that. Don't you like it?
It's stringy. Are you sure you've cooked it properly?
Of course I have, love. You're not used to it. Here, try another little piece.
You're not going out?
No.
Oh. You thought any more about the dance tour?
No.
Oh, not going, I mean. It's a funny place, Tunis.
How do you know?
Well, I've heard. I mean, a lot of peculiar things go on there.
Oh, like what?
You know, drugs and that.
Now you're thinking of Birkenhead.
Oh, you know what I mean. White slavery. Hey, you could have ended up in a harem.
I should be so lucky.
Thousands of girls go missing there every year.
In Tunis?
Well, round there. I've read about it.
Oh, don't be silly. Nothing like that would have happened. It's all well organised.
You probably wouldn't have liked the food anyway. Don't you eat sheep's eyes and that there?
Oh, Terry.
Suppose it takes all sorts.
Like, you and Kate?
Oh, God, don't remind me. That was a right fiasco.
Thought you got on well with her.
Well, I mean, she's all right. It's just that it was a waste of good steak.
You knew she was a vegetarian.
Yeah, well, I thought that was just a phase she was going through.
Yeah, well, now you know different.
Well, I only asked her in for a meal because she asked me.
Yeah.
But there was nothing more to it.
Okay.
Just that I felt sorry for her. I mean, she feels a bit of a spare part over there at the moment.
Yeah, well, don't go on about it. I believe you.
Someone to see you, love.
Hello, Annabelle.
Hello. Just wondering how you are.
Oh, I'm much better, thank you.
I can see the improvement.
Sit yourself down. Harry's been wonderful.
Sure he has.
You'll never guess what he gave me for tea.
Oh, Annabelle doesn't want to know that.
Smoked salmon.
Really?
Well, she's been off her food. I have to think if something to perk her appetite up a bit.
You won't tell me how much you paid for it.
I didn't want to shock her.
It is a bit pricey.
Well, if you can't afford a bit of luxury at our age, when can you?
Chicken patty yesterday. Smoked salmon today. I can't wait for tomorrow.
He is looking after you.
Mind you, he's fallen down over making the tea. He's lost the teapot lid.
I'll never hear the end of that, will I?
I think I've got one I can let you have.
Ralph must have chucked it away. You'll have to have it made in a cup for now.
I don't mind.
Right.
That salmon, did you get it locally?
Well, let's say I didn't have far to go.
I might like to try some.
Right.
Would you like a cup, Annabelle?
No, thanks. My cleaner's ready for the off and I want to have a word with her before she goes.
Oh, you've got a cleaner.
For a couple of weeks now.
Oh, fancy. Thank you for coming over, Annabelle.
I'll be up and about in no time at all, I'm sure. Bye.
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 Annabelle, can I have a word with you, please? Don't tell Edna, but I didn't have to get a mortgage out for that salmon. Under the counter, if you know what I mean.
Oh, did you?
There's off a bloke we know at the club, Commonwealth and Empire.
Can he get any more?
Might do.
Where from?
But you don't go around asking questions now, do you?
No.
Mind you, he only gets it now and again. It's a sideline with him.
Oh, does he?
Anyway, I'll have to go. Keep an eye on her.
Yes, and I'll have to keep an eye on you. Tiring, isn't it? Picking things up every few minutes.
It takes me twice as long to do my shopping when I've got her with me. And then people stop in to have a look.
Oh, but she's lovely, isn't she?
Expecting Bob any moment for an early tea.
Oh, going out somewhere?
Oh, I wish I was. He's bringing some fellas from the union round for a meeting. Again. I'm thinking of charging him for the room.
I know what you mean. Paul brings his work home with him, too. And I'm expected to entertain the general manager at the drop of a hat. And now with this strike...
Oh, well, that's what this lot's about.
hasn't been made official yet, though, has it?
No, not yet.
Just hope it doesn't come to that. I'm worried for Paul.
Worried for what?
Well, I know the foremen are still working, but if this strike escalates, Paul could lose his job.
Could he?
Well, the whole scheme was his idea. If things don't go smoothly, he'll be held responsible. And there are one or two people on the board who don't think it will.
I didn't realise.
I think Paul's more concerned than he lets on.
Hello, Annabelle. Tea on, Chief.
See what I mean?
I'm sorry, it's my fault. I've been talking. Well, I'd better be getting back, or my daily will be going on strike.
Oh, we can't have that now, can we?
She was just saying that Paul might lose his job if there's a prolonged strike.
Oh, aye.
No, she seems a bit worried.
Well, he should have thought about that before he started sacking people then, shouldn't he? Hope there's all good.
Sorry I was so long.
Not to worry. I'm not in any rush tonight.
Good.
How was the old girl?
On the mend. Never let her hear you say that.
Must be tougher than she looks. Thanks.
And thoroughly enjoying her food.
Well, that shows she's getting better.
Would you believe smoked salmon for her tonight?
Go on. How could she afford some... Not our smoked salmon.
And chicken pate.
Oh, you'd have me on.
No, she told me so herself. Boasted that Harry was looking after her very well.
Yeah, you don't think the old fella nipped over in the night and helped himself, do you?
No, it sounds ludicrous, but
what?
can't help wondering.
No, he wouldn't.
Who else could have taken it?
Well, how do I look?
Fine. I wish you didn't have to go to that club.
Look, I've told you it's the last time.
I hope so.
So let's have a borrow the car?
Yeah?
Look, I'll probably be back late tonight. Got a few things not to do, so don't wait up.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, by the way, Tommy offered me a new job.
You what?
As a driver.
Oh, Terry, you're not going to take it.
No chance.
Why can't you keep away from McCardle?
Look, I've told you I'm not taking it.
Honest?
Yeah. Mind you, I don't think Tommy'd be too pleased.
Yeah, we'll let him find another... someone else.
Yeah, I know. Another mug.
Well, if you took the job, you would be.
Look, how many more times do I have to tell you I'm not taking it?
And if he gets nasty, you won't back down.
No. Look, I'll try not to be too late.
Okay. Good luck, and you stand up to him.
Yeah.
Do you know, you've been bringing union business home here for years. I'm fed up with it.
Yeah, but I've got a bit of a crisis on my hands at the moment,
There's
haven't I?
always a crisis.
I just want to get all this stuff ready for the meeting on Thursday night.
This Thursday?
Yeah,
Where? Not here.
now in town.
What about Mass?
What mess?
Corpus Christi.
Thursday?
Why do I always have to remind you?
Because I've got that much on my mind.
Yeah, well, try telling that to Father Daly.
Oh, so that's how I fit it in.
Fit it in.
I'll get up early.
I've heard that one before.
We'll talk about this later on, mate. Hello, George. I'll come in.
Oh, Bobby, I'm sorry I'm late.
Don't worry about it. Peter's not here yet.
Hello, Sheila, how are you?
Fine, love, I'm just fine.
Good. And the baby?
Oh, keeping us on our toes.
How long's this other fellow likely to be?
No idea.
Well, I thought he was supposed to be dead keen.
Oh, yes. Too bloody keen at times, if you ask me. Oh, I'm sorry, Sheila.
It's all right, love. Don't mind me. I only live here.
Sit down.
What's up?
Ah, Terry. The very man.
Aren't we opening up tonight, or what?
What does it look like?
Oh, hey, this was supposed to be me last night.
Oh, it could well be. Could very well be.
No one told me.
Well, they wouldn't have to, would they?
What?
If you'd have been here 10 minutes earlier on time. But then you weren't, were you?
What are you going on about?
They were all over the place, cleared us right out. Not a drop left, not even a fag end.
Who?
The busies, Terry. The law.
Where's Tommy?
Oh, they took him away for the ride.
Tommy's been nicked.
Yeah, he was fitted up, wasn't he?
What?
This is going to break his old lady's heart, you know.
Oh, yeah?
How am I going to tell her he was fingered?
I mean, who'd do a thing like that?
A dirty little tow rag not too many miles from where I'm standing right now.
Oh, hey, Raymond, I wouldn't, not me, honest.
All the booze and all the smoke's gone. Sounds familiar, Terry?
Not me, honest.
Not a fireman in sight, only his mate. It makes me wonder. I tell you what, it'll make Tommy wonder.
I wouldn't.
Wouldn't you? You try telling Tommy that.
You lads ever seen a video nasty?
Hang on, Tommy, we tried. Michelle?
He's spoken to the lads on the picket line.
Oh, they're angry, we know that. Trouble is, they haven't taken the time to think it through, have they?
Don't talk wet. They had the cooling off period. I told you that was a waste of time.
Yeah, and I told you, lad. Any time taken to avoid a strike is never wasted.
Yeah, well, we haven't avoided it. And the lads want it made official. You got 75% out. What more do you want?
I want negotiations.
I promised the lads there'd be a total shutdown.
Well, you should have tested the water before you jumped in like that, then, shouldn't you?
You willing to sacrifice 65 men?
Be realistic, will you? We've got a situation here where the supervisors are still working. OK, production's being cut down, but Petrochem can keep going far longer than we can.
All that we can do now is bargain for the best possible redundancy payments.
Another sellout.
And you're either too blind or stupid to realise that you're fighting a lost cause, man.
No use worrying about it.
He said he'd be back late.
Do you think he, suspected, like?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, he had to find out sooner or later. Weren't you going to tell him? Yeah, well, it's between you and him. What do you fancy doing then?
What?
Well, there's no point letting it spoil the whole evening.
Well, it has.
Oh, come on. The night's young. We can go out and have a meal somewhere, then go back to my place.
Just as if nothing's happened.
Look, it's all over between you and Terry. Or am I wrong?
Wonder where he's gone.
He'll be all right.
He didn't look all right.
Look, don't worry. Everything's cool. You've still got me. All right?
Hey, is there anyone serving here or what?
And that's what you're going to say on Thursday.
Unless there's any further developments, yeah.
I agree. I mean, we've just got to make the best of a bad job now, not make it worse.
And letting the lads down's making it better.
I'm not convinced by that argument. I'm against making a strike official, and that's going to be my recommendation.
A flaming waste of time, then, hasn't it? You're completely out of touch, you know that, don't you?
Oh, maybe with half a dozen people on your picket line, but not with the rest of the plant.
Will you be there on Thursday?
Oh, don't worry. I'll be there.
He'll learn.
Do you reckon?
Didn't disturb Karen or the baby, did we, Shay?
I think our Karen was a bit fed up.
Well, she ought to know her stuff by now, love.
It doesn't stop her worrying, though, does it?
No, but we've all got problems. She'll have to learn to cope like the rest of us, won't she?
I suppose so. Some of us are better at coping of it than others.
Aye.
And some of us have problems that don't seem to want to go away.
Do you mean what I think you mean? Well, at least we can talk about it.
Union meetings permitting. What have you done, love? Put it down under any other business?
Come on, Shay. There's no need to be like that, is there? Been on my mind for weeks.
Yeah, mine as well.
Yeah, we're going to have to do something about it, or we're going to end up a right pair of miseries. As lovely as the baby is, I don't think either of us can handle another one.
I know we've got to do something.
You remember a few weeks ago I mentioned having a vasectomy?
Oh.
Look, don't shunt down me throat, love, will you? But did you give it any more thought? Because I'm still willing to have it done. And it is 100% sure, isn't it?
No.
Look, I know you think it's wrong, but if my conscience tells me that it's right, I can't see any harm in it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I let you, love, I'd be...
Oh, I know, aiding and abetting.
Yeah. And I can't, love. I'd rather...
You'd rather what, She?
Thought you were having an early night.
There's no point. I shan't sleep.
Do you want another cup of tea?
You've been making tea all day.
There's nothing else to do, is there?
And you still haven't found the teapot lid.
I looked everywhere.
Ralph would know where it was. And he'd have found something to do.
But Ralph isn't here, is he?
He would be, but for you.
Aye, he did make himself a bit much at home, didn't he?
Still, he was company.
Well, I'm company, aren't I? He had his uses. He did a few jobs. You want him to come back, don't you?
He might not want to come back.
Of course he will. He knows where he's well off.
Do you want him back?
Look, if it's going to cheer you up, I'll phone him.
At this time of night?
Well, we're still up, aren't we? And he needn't think he's going to take the place over again. And this time, we're good mind to charge him rent.
I'll get you all. I don't know what Michelle will say if she's eating this. I'll get Bob.
Oh, I'm all right.
Do you want me to go and get Michelle?
No.
Well, you can't just sit here all night.
Finished with her.
With Michelle?
Finished.
Have you had a row?
It's the end.
Oh, it'll all seem better in the morning. Come on.
You know what? I should have killed him.
Killed who, for heaven's sake?
Albert Flaming Duff in my bed. What did she do that for?
Come on. Come in ours, have a cup of tea. Come on.
Can I? Can I come in yours?
Of course you can.
What's all this? Had the skin full, haven't we, lad?
I think there's been some trouble with Michelle. Come on, let's have this.
He thinks I fingered him.
Who, lad?
Somebody called Duff, I think.
Tommy McArdle.
What's he got to do with it? You're not involved with McArdle, are you, son?
I should have killed him.
Why, what's he done now?
I walked in and there he was with Michelle. He just looked at me.
Michelle with McArdle?
No, that can't be right. Go and put the kettle on, I'll sort this out. Terry, love, who is this Albert Duff?
That's a Ponce.
And you found him and Michelle together? You can stay here tonight, all right? Go and move our Barry's mattress into the baby's room. Won't take a second to move the cot.
Where?
Into our room.
Can he stay in the night?
He can't go home, can he? Not in this state. He can stay in the baby's room.
Oh, he's shitting.
And she can come in with us, right?